No, wait just another minute, see if there's any stragglers.
You managed to listen to. Yeah. What was it? That's hard.
Well, you can meander your way into the middle, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to get started. Welcome and thank you all for coming. I'm Kathi Fountain. I'm with Oxford University Press. I'm their head of business development, and I've been with the press for a while, and I'm here to tell you what's new and exciting at Oxford University Press. I figure this is going to be a whistle-stop tour, and at the end of it, you're welcome to ask some questions. And if we don't have time for lots of group questions, you can ask me at the end of our time together any questions you might have. So first I want to talk about an exciting development for us. We've got a lot of monograph content that is persistently used over time, has been, well regarded, very reputable material that has been undigitized until this point. And so our first thing that we're going to profile here today is what we're calling Oxford Scholarship Online Archive. This is content that is previous to 2009 publication dates, for print publication dates, and there's 7,500 and more titles in that group. Right now we sell it as collections. We have 5 major collections, including, say, a law collection, an arts and humanities collection, and so on, that you can choose from. You can buy everything, or you can buy a portion of it that fits your particular community. And we've got a lot of titles that are really notable. So some great Pulitzer winners. We've got a number of trade books that continue to be read and cited but are not digitally available on our platform, and now they are. So what we started off with is PDF archive. So all of the content is essentially scanned PDF content. XML will follow, and it will have all of the same capabilities as all of our Oxford Scholarship Online titles, and will sit side by side with those titles and our Oxford journals. And just to give a plug for buying backlist content, libraries know the value of books over a long period of time. Sometimes I think it's a question as to how much should you convert your print, how much should you think about buying content again. One, our pricing on this is already reflective of the fact you probably own some print, so just to keep that in mind. But they're big collections, and we think you should buy them because when we look at our universe of Oxford Scholarship Online in total, so things that are not in the archive, but just looking at our current collection and the content that is older in that collection that you've had at our collective libraries have had access to for 20 years or more, we see that a lot of older content is used routinely. These are course adoptions often. They're core content for scholars to use. So in this case, you can see that if we look at the top 1,000 titles used out of Oxford Scholarship Online since 2018, Out of the top 1,000, only 12% were published from 2020 to 2024. Everything was before that. And it breaks down into these quadrants. So you can see before 2010, that's 31% of our global usage for our Oxford Scholarship Online monographs for the top 1,000 titles is prior to 2010. So if you think about OSO Archive being 2009 imprints and before, I think you can see that your patrons may very well be interested in it, especially given that these are notable titles that had never been published digitally on our platform before. We have lots of award winners in Oxford Scholarship Online in general, and just wanted to highlight a few key titles and the awards that they win. We watch this all the time to make sure that you've seen it. In May 24, we've got the Zayed Book Award, ASA Labor and Labor Movement Section Award, First Book Gamela Book Award. I don't know all of these awards. These are new to me awards, but we've got a number of titles in a number of subjects that are flowing into our Oxford Scholarship Online collection all the time. And we've had a lot of great press on a number of our other titles, so keep these in mind if these are compelling to you and you are interested. But we're very proud of our collection and continue to see value in those monographs, both pre-2010 and going forward. All right, so I'm going to switch gears just a little bit and tell you something else that's new. So in open access is the theme of the day, and at OUP we are doing. Is it on time? Okay. Okay, well, we have been doing open access for some time. This is the evolution of our online access starting in 2004 and continuing to today. Our latest iteration is what I want to share with you today that is new, and that is an Oxford Scholarship Online Commit to Open project. So this project is a pilot that intends to make brand new monographs fully open access at the point of publication so that we can improve the breadth of our open access book content. At the same time, we have been pursuing all of our open access journals content aggressively. They are separated into 3 collections, and libraries can essentially use this as a pledge model. So you can essentially pledge value towards one or more of these collections. And then those, if we meet our pledge threshold, then all of those titles will be published open access. For any, and one of the, let me see if it said right here. There are 2 subject collections, I believe, and then 1 collection that is for early career scholars so that their first monograph is published open and that they get a lot of access and citation to promote their career. For this particular pilot, we do not have a pledge threshold to make or break this deal. We are going to publish OA to the extent that we can afford to publish OA, which means there's actually no risk to you to consider joining. So even if you pledge the amount that is intended to be pledged to make everything open access, and we fall a little short of our funding goal, we will publish everything open access that we can afford to publish, and you will also get the other titles as part of your permanent collection. So even though we will sell those titles behind a paywall, you will own them because you have invested in those titles and they will be yours to keep. We have a pilot open until the end of March 2025, and we hope very much to reach our target in advance of that. But you can go to, there's a QR code you can use to find out more information at the top. The QR code is for more information on Commit to Open. And we're going to do a webinar about Commit to Open on November 26th. So if you'd like to hear a little bit more about this project and what you might do to contribute to it, you can click on the QR code at the bottom. And just so you know, we think this is a pretty affordable option. So if this is something that you've been wanting to consider supporting, but you know, some of the price tags you've seen have been too high, take a look, check in to this website, take a look, see if it fits your budget. All right, next thing that's new, check my time. Oh, I'm going great. Okay. Oxford Research Encyclopedias. How many of you know our Oxford Research Encyclopedia suite of products? Oh, okay. So I'm going to tell you a little bit first before we talk about what's new. So this is a product we have had around for, I think since 2000. I'm looking to you guys, 2017, I'm going to say something like that. We have multiple subjects. And do any of you know the Encyclopedia of Social Work? Yes, some of the same people. So that comprehensive sort of encyclopedia covering the range of scholarship and social work, that's kind of the model. And the Encyclopedia of Social Work is part of this portfolio. It's one subject in this portfolio. But we have politics, we have American history, we have religion, we have other subjects included here, and they're intended to be a comprehensive reference encyclopedia for that discipline that gets at what is the current research, what are the different ways people research those things, and using it specifically for undergraduates to get a sense of how to focus a research paper and launch from their topic into more sophisticated research and put what else they read in context. So Wikipedia-ish, but very high quality and very high quality citations and much, much, much better. So our latest subject in this model is food studies. And this reflects a little bit of a shift for us that is happening right now at the Press, where we're thinking a lot more about interdisciplinary studies, thinking about big topics in every way it touches society and academic disciplines. And food studies is a perfect example of that. So you think about food is culture, food is nutrition, food is a way in which we form community. It is a way in which we think back to trade over time and history. So this particular encyclopedia will approach food from all of those different perspectives. So if you're looking at food politics and, agricultural subsidies, and you've got another student doing nutrition, they will find something of relevance in the Oxford Research Encyclopedia of Food Studies. And this is very exciting. This one has not launched yet, but it is coming soon. Again, interdisciplinary research. We've got Oxford Intersections. This is going to be an entirely new product for us, and we will have a lot of subjects coming. We're going to start with just a few, and we're going to release them over time. But what we're doing is taking society issues and doing original research that wraps around all disciplines related to those topics. And the first two topics we're going to start with are artificial intelligence and is it artificial intelligence in society? And then the second one is going to be, and I see it right here, borders, racism by context. You see in environmental change and human experience. These are our first subjects that will come out. They're expected to be about 300 peer review articles. This is original research that will not appear in any other Oxford content. So if you have handbooks or you have monographs or you have journals, this is new and complementary to that content. And what it will be is published over a 3-year period. So over time, maybe about 100 articles a year, 3-year time, perpetual access purchase option. Everything that is published during that time is yours to keep, and it will be a static collection until there is a new edition sometime in the future. And we like to think of it as sort of like an in-between between a book and a journal article, sort of a new type of thing. I think of it as an enormous edited book collection. It really is covering the swath of all of the content or all of the disciplines that we could consider in an academic field. I'm cruising here, so I've spoken a blue streak, so we'll have time for questions. We invite you to participate in any ongoing conversations with us. You're welcome to visit our hub and find out all kinds of interesting, that was also set as a timer. Download catalogs, see what's new. We have a number of different things you can engage with. Also recommend you find your rep if you don't know who that person is. And if you don't, I can also just tell you so you know who to contact and to talk to about some of these products. Oh, for Oxford Intersections, before I get away from that, we're expecting a spring launch. So we're letting you know it exists and that it's coming. We think it'll be in early spring before the end of March. So fingers crossed. We hope that timing will play out, but watch that space and we'll let you know when we have more information. And with that, I would love to answer any questions. I'm gonna just take it back to the first. What can I tell you about? Even if it's not on this list. Yes.
For the encyclopedia?
Yes.
Is it subscription only or
Nope.
purchase?
You can purchase. So for Oxford Research Encyclopedias, there is a subscription, annual subscription option, and then there's a one-time purchase option.
Okay.
With the one-time purchase option, there is a very small update fee because we do keep those encyclopedias regularly updated, but it's substantially cheaper than a subscription. So it's
Right.
a few $100s a year. Yeah, and
Okay.
yeah. So we have both options there.
Okay, thank you.
You bet. Yes.
I know with your research encyclopedias, they tend to be open and free at the beginning until they reach a certain point. So at what point will you be charging for the food studies encyclopedia?
That is now.
Oh,
So,
no.
yeah, we have we've hit that point, which is why we're talking about it. So, yeah, we have hit we usually do it where we've got essentially enough material that warrants it, and we have reached that point. So you've got some preview articles that still exist. There will be preview articles in every Oxford Research Encyclopedia. A certain number will remain open for viewing so that you can see what it looks like. But to read more, it's behind the paywall. Yeah. Yes.
Could you, I don't know if you can, comment any more on the collections? And I understand you have a webinar coming up, the OA collection,
Yeah.
subject matter, or even if you could comment on price point?
Is it listed here? Did they write down the collection? So, Molly,
So I think it might be for commit to open.
we're commit to open.
Yes.
Yes. So one is early career, and do you know the two subjects?
If you want to scroll on to the next slide about commit to open.
I didn't think it said here. Oh, but I can link to it.
Great.
One moment.
It will
I can't
build
remember.
tension and anticipation.
You're so excited. It's gonna be amazing.
Big
Everyone
reveal.
is waiting with bated breath.
New voices, that's the early career. Humanities and law and social sciences. So, and it's saying here in humanities, showcasing the vitality and variety of publishing across the humanities. Law and social sciences features a strong focus on marginalized groups. I will say about both of these groups, these subject collections, obviously what we've seen in the open access world is that science, technology, and medicine have the most access to grant funding in order to publish open access using their existing resources. These are not those groups. And so this is a way to create a path to open for the scholars that are not publishing with substantial grants to conduct that research, where their laboratory is the library, and we will be able to publish open what the result is. Any other questions?
Can I ask a follow-up?
Absolutely.
Do you have a sense of price points
Oh, right.
for the commitments?
Yes, and I get just one moment. I thought it was going to say here. Here we go. Again, tension. Anyone want to do a drum roll?
Good hum.
Yeah, the price for a single collection is $3,500. So if you buy all 3 collections, you get a 10% discount on that price per collection.
And about how many titles?
Uh,
Roughly, it's fine. You don't know exactly. So sorry.
No, it's okay.
10 books each.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I just wanted to confirm. Yes, 3 collections of 10 books each.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.